All right. So let's move on to the female one. So here is the female reproductive system. The gonads are ovaries. You have two ovary, and then ovary, the function of the ovaries are facilitate the gametes development. The gametes in female is oocyte. And so that's the first one, gamete development. The second one is female sex hormone production. So we will talk about both. Now, in addition to the ovaries, once it produces the oocyte, the maturation of the oocyte will get ovulation, meaning that it will leave the oocyte going into fallopian tube. These process occur every 28 days after puberty. So every 21 oocytes, whether this one or this one, but one will go to the fallopian tube. And then go to the fallopian tube, and over there, if sperm get into the female's body, sperm can swim over here and meet the oocytes, and that will complete uh, the merge of a sperm and the oocyte. So that's that. And then once it's merged, they will form a new organism, a new life. That new life will start to divide, start to proliferate, start to grow, and then it will gradually move down into the uterus and embedded in the uterus and stay here growing for 9 months, about 38 to 40 weeks, 38 weeks, and then they will become a baby, and then there's a delivery. So that is the female reproductive system. Here is the ovary, fallopian tube. So you need to know this location. This the name of this anatomical structure: uterus, vagina, and cervix. So that's that. All right. So the key organ that we are going to focus on is the ovaries. When you cut through the ovary, you can find it has many different structure, kind of very complicated, but it's not. It's basically we kind of talk about it in our endocrine microscopic lab. So basically it contains many follicles. So these are called follicles. The follicles can be small, can be big, and can be the bigger one are the ones get ready to for the ovulation. So this picture show you the progression of follicle development. So what is follicle? So here is a follicle. Maybe this is too small, but let's look at this one, this one, this one, this one. What you can see is that these follicle is a group of cells, and all of them circle around or around a center, around the cell that is the oocyte right here. So this is the oocyte, or when they are ready to get or ovum, just another name for oocyte. Usually ovum refers to the matured one, but here it says ovum, but that's okay. Yeah. So here is ovum, right? So it's oocyte. And so the oocyte, these oocytes is the gamete of female. So you can see that it will, this surrounding, this follicle will gradually grow after the puberty. Before puberty, the female ovaries contains about like 500,000 primordial follicles, and each one contain one oocyte. And after puberty, all of them start to, some of them, not all of them, some of them start to grow. They will grow bigger, 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 bigger to a level that they will ovulate. And once they ovulate, these oocytes will go into the fallopian tube right here, fallopian tube. So that's that. So basically, the whole journey of the female reproductive system. When we talk about this, we must talk about the journey of the follicle development. And this follicle development, as you can see, it goes through two phases. One is the follicle growing until ovulation. And the second phase is that after ovulation, the remaining follicle become corpus luteum, and then degrade away. So that's two phases. One is follicular genesis, and at the end of it is ovulation. Once it's ovulated, the remaining portion of the follicle will become corpus luteum, which is also an important material or group of cells to produce important sex hormone, which is progesterone. And then it will, if there's no fertilization, if there's no implantation, then this corpus luteum will degrade. So that's two phases, including the follicular genesis. Follicular genesis produce estrogen, oocyte development, then ovulation. Following the corpus luteum produce estrogen and progesterone, and for another 14 days. So 14 days here, ovulation, 14 days here, degrade. If there's no fertilization. If there's fertilization, if there's implantation, then the corpus luteum will stay for a little bit longer. So that's that. All right, so let's look at the follicle. So the follicle include the primordial follicle. This is the follicles that you will find in female body before puberty. After puberty, you will find primordial, and you will find primary, you will find secondary, you will find the mature one. Mature one is also called Graafian follicle. And what do we have in follicle? So the question in our lab, one question is, what is content? What is composed inside the follicle? What does follicle compose of? What is follicle composed of, basically? And what cells does each follicle has? Each follicle has these surrounding cells and an oocyte. Yeah. So that's that. So let's look at it. So this is another picture show you the follicular genesis. What you need to know is that basically two terminology. One is primordial follicle. Here, primordial follicle. Primordial follicle is the beginning. So which follicles do you find in female's body before ovulation or before puberty? And that is the primordial, because they don't develop their follicle yet. Now, another one is that once it develops, you can primary, secondary, and then tertiary, you have the Graafian follicle. Here is Graafian follicle. So we mentioned about these terminology in our lab. So it's very common. People name that final follicles the Graafian follicle, so you better know it. And that is one ready for ovulation. Now you have the ovulation. So that's that. So what's in the follicle? Follicles has basically 3 layers of cells. In mature in the primordial, you only have oocytes and surrounding cell. These surrounding cells has multiple name. Granulocytes is granulosa cells is one name. And so you have granulosa cells, and you also have theca cells. Some people call it follicular cell, but that's okay. So you have three cells. Interesting, in males, you also have 3 cells, sperm, Sertoli, Leydig. In female, you also have 3 cells, oocytes, granulosa, and the theca cells. So that 3 cells. So it's very, similar between these to the systems. Yes. All right, so let's take a look. Here is the primordial. So primordial, you have oocytes surrounded by granulosa cells. These granulosa cells are immature ones, so they are called pre-granulosa cells. So that's that. So you have about 500,000 before puberty or after birth, basically. And then they were waiting until puberty. Until puberty, your FSH increase, LH increase, they will stimulate. That's why we call it follicle stimulating hormone, FSH. They stimulate the follicle development. And so it contains the primary oocytes and the granulosa cells. Once it develops, it will go from the primordial to the primary, to the secondary, to the tertiary, to the graphium. So in the follicle, you have the oocytes right here. You have the granulosa cells. Throughout the follicle development, you also has the theca cells. So theca cell, you don't see theca cells in the primordial, but you will start to see theca cells grow on top of the granulosa cells. So you have 3 cells, just like testicles. In testicles, you have Sertoli, ladies, sperm. In female, you have oocytes, granulosa, and the theca cells. And the function are very similar. So oocytes is the gametes. Granulosa support the oocytes. Theca cells is one to produce sex hormone. So that's very similar. So here is how theca cell produce sex hormone. So this is another matured one, matured follicle. You can see one oocyte. Here is the fluid. These fluids get ready. So you can see that here you have fluid. So in the beginning, there's no fluid, but you start to have the fluid. Here it's called antral cavity. You don't need to remember a name. That's okay. They just get ready, prepare the structure to cause the rupture of the follicle. So this portion can get ovulated into fallopian tube. So that's that. All right, so this is fluid right there. So when you see the fluid, you know that it's Graafian follicle that is almost ready to ovulate. So that's that. So right here. So this matured one. Now, in this mature one, you have the oocyte, your 3 group of cells, oocytes. You have the granulosa cells. You have the theca cells. Now, these cells will have its function. Oocytes is a gamete. Granulosa cells support oocyte development. Now, what is the function of theca cells? Theca cells is to synthesize the sex hormone. However, in males, ladies synthesize testosterone directly. In here, they don't produce estrogen directly. So theca cell here is theca cell. LH, luteinizing hormone, acts on the theca cells, causing theca cells to produce androstenedione. So this is not estrogen yet. This is a mild male sex hormone. Androstenedione will get transport into granulosa cells. Then granulosa cells convert these androstenedione to produce estrogen. There are 4 types of estrogen. The main one in human is called estradiol. So that's that. From this picture, we also show you how LH, FSH stimulate or acts on the ovaries. FSH acts on the granulosa cells, just like in males, FSH acts on Sertoli. LH acts on the thicker cells, just like in males. LH acts on the ladies cells. So that's that. So quiz question, several quiz questions we can have here. What are the cells the in the ovaries, or in the follicles, or the follicles or ovaries, right? So there are three cells. One is the oocytes, the main one, the queen, the mates. Those are the mates. They serve this queen. These are the granulosa cells. Now, further around, we have the surrounding cells. That's thicker cells. So there are three cells, three group of cells. Now, knowing all these three cells, you need to know what do they do, right? So the granulosa cells' main function is just to support the oocyte development. The thicker cells' main function is to synthesize sex hormone. The detail has a little bit more detail, which is that once thicker cells produce the sex hormone, they are not estrogen yet. They need to be transported into the granulosa cells. Then granulosa cells convert it to estrogen. So that's that. And the next quiz question will be that, okay, now because they are influenced by LH and FSH, how they get influenced? Which one is targeted by or is acted by the LH? LH acts on which, basically? LH acts on which cells? LH acts on thicker cells. FSH acts on granulosa cells. So that's that. All right. Multiple choice question. Many questions we can have from this topic. So this is basically what we just talked about. LH stimulate the thicker cells to synthesize androstenedione. This is a type of androgen, so this is another mild male sex hormone. So this is not what females really want. Female wants estrogen. So these andro and andro, we do have, and we do not have andro, right? We do, right? Yeah. So the andro stenidium will be transported to the neighboring granulosa cells, then granulosa cells convert it into estrogen. In human, the main one is called estradiol. So that's just the main, it's an estrogen, it's a female sex hormone. All right, so now you know how females produce the female sex hormone. It's by the follicles. That is why that, before the puberty, female sex hormone is not very uh, prominent. That doesn't really have too many estrogen. It's because that these primordial cells, they don't have the thicker cells, they don't have the matured granulosa cells, they do not produce female sex hormone. Only until after puberty, these follicles have the capability to produce female sex hormone. And that builds up the female sexual characteristics. So that's that. This is actually one half of the story. As we know earlier, these follicle development include the folliculogenesis. That's only the first 14 days. Ovulation, and then you have another 14 days. That is not follicle, that is the corpus luteum. So we will talk about those. So after the development of follicle, so this is picture show you that hypothalamus release GnRH, gonadotropin releasing hormone. They act on the anterior pituitary gland to cause it to release LH and FSH. LH acts on the theca cells, FSH acts on the granulosa cells. Theca cell produce androstenedione to transport into the granulosa cells. Then granulosa cells produce estradiol or estrogen. So that's that. So this is just only a half. So let's finish it. So while the FSH right here, FSH stimulate follicle stimulating hormone, stimulate the follicle development. While it does it, it will act on not just one follicle at a time. It will act on thousands of the follicles all together. These thousands of follicles will grow. All of them will grow, but only one will go through the end. Only one will be matured enough to get ovulated. The other will die out. So it's just the idea that through each menstrual cycle, thousands of the eggs will get used, but only one go to the end. Is because this one will be the one that produce a lot of the estrogen, and the estrogen can cause suppression to the here. Estrogen can cause suppression to the hypothalamus and the pituitary to suppress the FSH and the LH. And so once the follicle grow, estrogen increase, FSH drop. And so you don't have enough FSH to support all these many growing follicles throughout the end. So only one will survive. So you girls are tough one, right? You survive to the end. The other one will die. We call it atresia. Basically, this just degraded. Yeah, and then that one will get ovulated. So it's just picture thousands of the primordial follicle will grow to the end, but until the end, only one will survive. This one is called dominant follicle. That's a queen of the queens. Then ovulation. So ovulation is that Graafian follicle ovulate. This ovulation will push the oocytes into the fallopian tube. So that's the ovulation. Quick question is that, okay, ovulation is to allow the oocytes to enter to which tube? That is the fallopian tube. Yeah. After ovulation, we run into the second half of this menstrual cycle. That is the corpus luteum. So here we have corpus luteum. Now, location and function. That's another, second phase of the menstrual cycle. It's very important to know what is the corpus luteum? What does it do? It's very important because corpus luteum produce two types of hormone. Follicle only produce one type. Follicle only produce estrogen. Corpus luteum produce two types. It produce estrogen and progesterone. Yeah, so that's that. So corpus luteum produce estrogen and progesterone. So it just show you luteal. So we call it luteal phase. This is a follicular phase. This is luteal phase. Yeah. So the function of the estrogen and the progesterone are, both are important for the female sexual characteristics, and they are also important for uterus development. So you can see that suppressed uterine contraction, so it's not contrast. It's very important for fetus development, promote growth of glandular tissue in the breast, So, and also, it suppressed the milk production. It's because that baby is not born yet. So progesterone, once you have the progesterone, it will facilitate the uterus. It facilitates the fetus development inside of uterus. Once the baby is born, then progesterone will drop and milk will be produced to feed the baby. So that basically summarizes everything we've been talking about in the ovaries. And so you can see that it has two phases. One is the first 14 days, you have the follicle development. You have the follicle from the primordial to the primary to the secondary to the Brachyian follicle. Then you have ovulation. Following the ovulation, you have the luteal phase, the corpus luteum. During that corpus luteum, you have two hormones produced from the ovaries, estrogen and progesterone. So let's take a look at these two hormones. So here I want you to emphasize on these two, progesterone and estrogen. So you can kind of trace it back. You can see that progesterone basically is flat. You don't have progesterone before ovulation. It's because that the follicles do not produce progesterone. However, estrogen, if you trace back, you can see that estrogen gradually increase. This increase go along with the development of follicle. So once along with the follicle development, estrogen increase, female growth, eggs growth. So it's all along, and the uterus get ready for the pregnant. So that's the estrogen. Ovulation, and then you have the corpus luteum. Corpus luteum will produce both progesterone and estrogen. So it's important to know that when do you see the progesterone production in the blood? When do you find progesterone in the blood? That is after ovulation. So it's a good indicator that the body is ready for fertilization, because now it's after the ovulation and the blood has progesterone. When do you not? When do you not seeing the progesterone in the blood? That is the time before ovulation. All right. So for the non-pregnant woman, the progesterone, you should not see the progesterone before the ovulation. Yeah, after the pregnant, you will always see the progesterone because this is important to maintain the uterus stability. Let me show you probably another picture right here. I think I have it here. So here is another picture. So this is for the pregnancy. Once it's pregnant, your progesterone, estrogen will keep on production, keep on producing until the baby delivery. So that's it. All right. So throughout this time, you always have estrogen, but you are not always have the progesterone because the before ovulation there is no progesterone. Progesterone is flat before ovulation. Progesterone is flat before ovulation. So that's quick question. When do you see estrogen and progesterone? Or when do you see estrogen? Or when do you see progesterone? Yeah. Another important event is that during ovulation, you have an event which is called LH surge. I think we are going to talk about it. I think we talk about it here. Do we? Or maybe not. Yeah. So this is an LH surge. You need to know that because LH surge is important trigger to push the oocytes leaving the comfort zone. It's not called comfort zone, but leaving home basically, and heading into the fallopian tube. that LH surge is important hormonal trigger to cause it. All right, so let's take a break. And then the next one, we are going to talk about the menstrual cycle and also the pregnancy. So basically, we kind of finished the menstrual cycle, but we were leading into the pregnancy. All right, so let's take a break and we come back later.